What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Wuthering Waves video. Alright guys, we're going to be talking about 3 systems in this game that are probably being neglected by you and many others because everyone's too busy leveling up, ignoring what I consider to be a vastly important part of your progression and a way to help you beat a lot of hard content. So we're going to talk about 3 systems that are currently in the game that I think should be utilized way more often and hopefully will help you also use these to your advantage. So first off, we're going to talk about synthesizing. Okay, so the synthesizer in town here will help you create a lot of different potions, revivals, and other ways to boost your DPS. So let's talk a little bit of how the system works and how you want to take advantage of this. All right, so first off, you guys can see here potion making, constructing, and purification. All right, so these are all ways you guys can upgrade and get yourself some material for advancing your characters. That's what purification is. Most of this is where you're going to get a lot of these material in an easier way. Rather than farming, you can synthesize it. So as you are killing elites, for example, or mobs out in the world, and if you are looking for ways to upgrade your skills and advance material, purification is a great way to not have to spend shell as much, at least, and at the same time, great way to get yourself some material that you have on hand and that you're not using. All right, moving over to constructing. This is an important one because this will allow you to do a few different things. Number one, you can create yourself some EXP weapon potions that will help you guys advance your EXP for your actual weapons, leveling them up, etc. Right? Other things that you can do as well too, you guys can create yourself some of these fluids or catalysts to help you make potions of varieties. Now, these are going to be used by collecting flowers through the world, or you can buy them from the Shifang Pharmacy, which is an easy place found in town, but will require shell. So the best thing to do when you're out in the world, just grab everything you see, because then you can go ahead and utilize them and create yourself some of these as well too, right? Like look at this one, for example, cooking ingredient. I don't have it, but I can get it from exploring, right? So to get yourself some of these catalysts, what you want to do is you want to craft a few. For example, just craft 5 of these, right? And then when you craft something in the synthesizer, you're actually going to get yourself some proficiency level up as well too. So let's go and make some potions now. You guys can see these are all the potions that can be made using everything that I have. Right now, I don't have enough materials for this because I need a basic fluid and I created some advanced fluid. So let's take a look at some advanced fluid items that we have available to us. For example, right here, we have, these are actually the fluid ones. So what we're going to go back. We're going to create this one right here. Now this here used to immediately heal a selected down resonator for 25% of their HP. This item can be used once every 60 seconds. A lot of people don't know this, but you can actually use the items in battle. So let's go ahead and make a few of these here. Synthesize. And we're going to go back here now and actually synthesize some of these potions that will help us in harder battles, right? So if I go here now, look at this. Advanced, I can immediately heal a selected downed resonator, or I can heal a resonator up to 2% of their max HP plus 200 extra HP for 30 seconds. So a little bit of a hot. So let's just go and make 2 of these. There you guys go. Synthesis. Now you'll see when you create this, your proficiency will go up, which is fantastic. So you want to get the proficiency up as much as you possibly can. Let's create 3 of these. We'll use these guys in battle, and it will help us survive longer and also help us through completing some of the harder tasks in this game. So that is essentially synthesis, okay? Very important part, guys. You guys can see you'll get trophies as well for it. So at the same time, getting yourself some astrite along the way. All right, now we've done that. Let's go ahead and talk about the next system, which is going to be crafting. Now, crafting is a little bit more difficult and requires a lot more material, but I think is worthwhile exploring because I think a lot of people don't even know this exists. And I want to talk a little bit about how you do this. So Uncle Way over here is our crafter. He's the blacksmith. He will help us create certain things. Look at that. He gave us some material right there. And if you talk to him, right, you can actually take a look and see you can rearm some stuff as well too. So you can purchase some items here with shells if you need them, especially for things that will help you guys, again, get yourself some material for skill ups, advancing, etc. Right? So all of this is available. Now, as you look at the shop, I'll show you guys the shop real quick. Let's leave. The actual crafting system is in fact in place, and you can go ahead and craft yourself some 4-star weapons by collecting a lot of this material. So let's see where all this material is located. So first off, this right here used for crafting, you can get it from Bellborn, Kellyan. Oh god, I'm sure I butchered that, or Scar. So these are from the weekly bosses. All right, so by fighting these weekly bosses, you have a chance of getting yourself this standard weapon mold, which you can do 3 times, I believe, a week, right? So any of these swords can be created or crafted by doing that. Now, to get this red material, it's just through the overworld collection. So mostly using cutting metals or other crystals. So all you have to do is go ahead and use this or collect these around the world and find them as you play the game. So you can see here, you can make the 3-star weapons as well too, and you can boost those up if you need to. Ideally, you want to go for 4-star weapons. They are going to take a little bit longer, but the crafting system is in place for those who don't have a lot of currency for summoning, like myself, who's a free-to-play player. So definitely take advantage of crafting. Definitely go out and mine. Those materials are going to come in handy, especially when you are looking to dupe your weapons and further advance them in the game, which will in turn just help your DPS overall, right? And then lastly, guys, the other system in place is cooking. Now, cooking is so big. If you are a RPG fan and you are into crafting, you understand how cooking works. So cooking is straightforward. All you got to do is go out and find yourself some material. You can buy the actual recipes here from this vendor, also buy recipes around the world and find them around the world, or you can just buy the actual food you need in hand. So for example, a basic one increases all party members' attack by 100, lasting for 15 minutes. The higher you go in terms of actual rarity, the more you will get out of it. So increasing attack by 8% and crit rate by 6%, lasting for 30 whole minutes. And you can actually create this right here with the recipe on your own rather than using your shell. So when you go to a cooking section, which is pretty much found all over the world, by the way, you guys can click on the cook. There we go. Get yourself some actual material to make some of these recipes and start cooking with your heart content. This is the one that I've been cooking lately a lot more. Increases all parties member attack by 30%, lasting for 30 minutes. So where do you get these ingredients? Well, cooking eggs all over the world. Very straightforward to do. Flour you can find from Ma's Grocery. If you click on that, you guys can see the grocery shop is right there. Just track it, find it, make it, and you're good to go, right? And then other recipes here can also be found all over her shop. So all you gotta do is spend a little bit of shell and use it. Guys, this is huge because 30% more attack for 30 minutes means a lot of easier content for you to beat, especially for content that you're struggling with and that you're having a problem with beating because you're lacking DPS. Cooking is the way to go. So make sure you are utilizing these, guys. A lot of you guys are not using these because they're just in the back of your mind. Everyone's so focused on getting their data bank up. Everyone's so focused on, advancing as fast as they can in the game and are forgetting some of the simple things that will make your life a little easier, especially if you are having a hard time beating content because you're lacking units or because you just don't have the equipment. I'm telling you, it's easy if you just put a little bit of effort into these extra systems. I promise you, it's gonna work out a lot better in your favor if you are focusing on these 3 things. So make sure, guys, you are going in here, using your shell, purchasing as much of this as you can. Also, these right here, as expensive as they are, purchase them out. They're worth it, all right? Because they will actually give you guys quite a bit of material to level up your cooking, right? So let's just buy all these right now, and I'll show you guys what happens here, okay? Just give me 2 seconds here. Let's buy this out, go back to our cooking vendor, and start making some of this food. I'll show you guys real quick how this works. Here we go. Let's go cook. So there's 2 ways of cooking. You can do dish making or ingredient making. So here, hot potato base, we're gonna make 3 of these. You guys can see here, this will create ourselves the hot potato base, right? Which you can use as an ingredient in your cooking. So if we go back here now, the Wuthering cakes that I just wanted to make, I can make one right now. And this will, number 1, give me the item, and number 2, increase the potency I have or proficiency in cooking, which is very important. Again, so this will now kick around in my inventory, and when I need it, I'll be able to use it. As you guys can see here, these are all locked, right? You guys can cook some of the soup, but you need the recipe. Some of these, though, are going to be locked behind recipes. Some of them are going to be locked behind proficiency. So make sure you are advancing these as much as you can. And remember, you can use multiple foods with different effects to give you guys the maximum amount of buffs that you want in the game. And just real quick so you guys can see what proficiency gives you, if you guys go up to the top right here, you see it says chef level. If you click on that, it'll actually show you right here what's available to you. So it gives you astrite, some recipes, some resonator exp, potions, and some shell. And then as you go along with the proficiencies, you get even better recipes along the way, including other materials and shell. So all that shell you're using, guys, to level up, keep doing it. You're going to get it back anyway. So make sure you are focusing on these crafts. It will help you guys improve everything about the game and help you guys be a better player. All right, guys, this is Payne. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.